A few minutes earlier, nearing 7 p.m., Rook cautiously enters the conference room. He scans the area slowly, realizing he's alone. Why do I even bother being punctual? As usual, I'm the one left waiting around. He sits down in a chair, taking a heavy sigh. Fiddling with his tablet, he tries to pass the time. Hello, Rook. He jumps in his chair, startled. You shouldn't pop up on people like that. Why would you want to scare somebody? You know what kind of situation we're in. Pop up on people? It's not like that. You were just so engrossed in your tablet that you didn't notice me approaching. I can't be blamed for that. But do tell me, how is it that tablet treating you today? Does he have anything interesting to say? What do you mean, he? Don't play stupid, Rook. I hate how everyone here is full of lies. How do you think everyone here would feel if I told them what's on that tablet? They think you're on some sort of freak. I mean, you are, but you've done a good job of hiding it. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you don't. In the blink of an eye, Max seizes the tablet. Catching Rook off guard, she starts to fiddle with it. Hey, give that back. He starts to panic, his breathing becoming erratic. That's mine! He leaps off the chair and tries to take it back. Max has no issue dodging his attempts. She laughs mockingly and browses the contents. You chat with him all day. She scrolls through the on-screen chat history. And almost all night, too. You shut the world out just for him. Why don't you seek out something more real? Words on a screen can only do you so much. It's affecting the way your friends see you, if that's something you'd even call them. As we all know, addictions can be costly. I've talked to people you work with. They mention your tablet more than you. Max, I'm asking nicely. She continues scrolling. Wow, you confide a lot in this guy. He seems so full of knowledge, too. Let me try asking him something. Spends a few minutes typing. Oh, he responded instantly. And with such detail, faster than any living being could. Rook huffs angrily, accepting her bait. Let me ask him about Eclair. Or perhaps I can ask about Jade. You must know all of your dirty little secrets. Max, I've had enough. He charges at her in a fit of rage. She instinctively clutches her necklace. And suddenly everything stops. Pretty quick to anger, isn't he? Oh well, I was going to restrain him anyway. Pretty fun to see him all rustled, though. If that's his trigger, he must have all sorts of nasty little secrets. Heh. She stares at the tablet for a moment. Curiosity. I guess it isn't really my business. I was just having a little fun. None of this will be permanent anyway. She places the tablet down in one of the chairs, and she pushes Rook down into the one beside it. He is unaware there are no signs of objection. The circumstances of Africa were definitely a little different, but I guess I have to make do with what we have, and compromise. Acheron will know what I'm up to. With Rook on the chair, she grabs some rope. You better get comfy. She ties him up to the chair, ensuring it's extra tight, his wrists to the armrests and his feet to the legs. I suppose I'll be generous. She moves the tablet from the chair to his pocket. You're lucky you're just a means to an end. I was tempted to dump this in the water. But that's something you'll need to do on your own, Rook. I can't do it for you. She lets out a slight laugh. The things that people do in grief. Doesn't anybody handle things like normal living being anymore? I don't get it at all. Oh well. It's time for the finishing touch. She walks to the other side of the room. The bomb she placed here earlier flashes a bright red. I hope this doesn't scare him too much. She spends a few moments disarming the weapon. After ensuring it's off, she returns to Rook. The red light on the explosive is now docile green. Placing the bomb on his lap, she slowly rearms it. The light returns to red, flashing its new intent. And with that, the stage is set. She grips the gear-shaped necklace once more. Oh, you're finally conscious again. Rook looks around in confusion. He struggles slightly after realizing he's restrained. Hey, let me go. I can't do that. I have an important plan for you, Rook. She leans in close to give her words more emphasis. Let's get down to business. You've been wasting your life on that tablet in your own little fantasy, and you're defensive enough to attack me. But it's odd, you passed out right after. Physical exertion must elude you, Rook. I had no choice but to restrain you. This bomb, however, is another story. She points to Rook's lap, and he notices the bomb. He immediately starts to squirm and struggle. Hey now, don't struggle too much. You won't want to set it off in error. Those words are enough to scare him into submission. He remains as stiff as a corpse, his eyes tearing up. Why are you doing this? I never did anything to you. Please, let me go. Trust me, Rook, I'm not going to hurt you. You'll be free to go shortly. That is, if things go in your favor. I'm going to tell some of your friends that you're here, waiting to be saved. They also know the disarming codes. It's pretty simple. They can come and save you if they want to. He takes a brief pause. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But there's a chance they might not come, because they may like someone more than you. This is why your tablet is so important. You spent a long time immersed in that silly little thing, ignoring those around you. Perhaps now they will ignore you. I'm a firm believer that we set our own bombs in life. Our errors and lapses in judgment set mines for us to step on later. We are victim to our own actions and words. We can conveniently choose to blame others, but at the end of the day, it's our fault. You chose to bond with that tablet instead of those who are currently around you, and now, that choice of yours may haunt you. Perhaps if you weren't so obsessed with that thing, they would be rushing to save you. But now, the fact that they need to choose makes this all the more interesting. You're sick. Blaming me, of course. If you weren't such an introvert, you'd be relaxing right now in confidence. But you've come to realize what you've been doing is harmful. But just how harmful? Well, that is up to the strength of the bonds you made. They decide your fate. Oh, and if you even mention my name, I'll set off every single weapon here. So don't try and play a hero, Rook. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go help contestant number 2. The show is about to begin. I rush to the lobby, unsure of what awaits me. However, when I get there, I just see Inumi. Hey there, Devyn. I wanted to go outside. Singe yelled at me. It was scary. It sounds like Singe, but what's going on? I was told to come here immediately. Could Inumi be part of this whole plan? I inch a little closer to him, just in case I need to keep him safe. What are you doing? He looks a little confused, maybe uncomfortable. Well, really? Thanks! My brother used to say that all the time. I always said that he couldn't do it anymore, but I should learn to do it myself. I have to grow up someday, right? Other people can't always be there, not even bro. So I should learn. That's the way I can do it when I'm alone. I'll take pointers from what you do. He smiles at me. I'm glad he trusts me at least. After he speaks, he stares at me in silence. Oh, was he expecting me to lead the conversation? I guess I should use this as a learning opportunity. Is this like an interview? I used to watch Bro do this all the time. He always wrote out his answers beforehand, so I don't know what to say. I'm older than I look, that's for sure. I love ramen, so I'm glad we came here. I still do the school in the tour, so my bro would help me with homework. I had a pet fish for a while. I wanted to have a little bro of my own. I took really good care of him. He died. Wow, definitely jumping from topic to topic. But I guess we're all like that at a young age. I still feel bad about that I'm not good at math. Acheron had the answer to that one problem. I'm sure almost nobody likes math. I'll let him know that he's not alone in that regard. Really? That's interesting. I'm confused with how school works. If you're bad at math, they think you're not trying hard enough. They push you. Sometimes they even say you're not smart. And if you're bad at writing stories or at art, you get a slap on the wrist. Some people are born artists, they say. What if I'm born to be bad at math? I shrug. I guess he has a point. Different subjects are treated in different ways. But anyways, I guess. However, he continues, promptly interrupted. Acheron descends the stairs into the lobby. He notices both of us and quickly approaches. Hey, you two. Glad you're both safe. I was just about to do more rounds. I need to ensure everyone's survival. Notice he has a phone in his hand, something I've already seen him holding. When he sees that I notice, he puts it in his pocket. So how are you two doing? I'm doing okay. Well, I wish my bro was here with me. Sure you do. I apologize for bringing it up. I didn't mean to open any wounds. I don't have any wounds, it's okay. It was a metaphor, Inumi. I see. What's a... Again, he gets interrupted. This time by a high-pitched screeching noise. Feedback from the speaker's lobby system. Inumi quickly covers his ears in fright. Look at Acheron, he seems unaffected. That is, until the screeching subsides. The cliché lobby music that was playing doesn't return. Instead, a voice greets us and chills me to my core. Hello, Devyn. Hello, Acheron. Inumi too? Unexpected. The voice is warped and heavily modified. I can't tell who it is, or their gender. But I know one thing without any doubt. This is the person who was texting me, and by extension, the Midnight Killer. The murderer of Clace, and Rocker too. Whatever they planned they had, it was being put into motion. I clenched my fists and looked at Acheron. He looked scared. I've never seen him like this before, and a million inches closer to me as if to seek safety. I'm going to be blunt. Let's start this. Nobody else enter the lobby. If you do, every weapon will detonate. You all need to stay where you are. I only have business with these three. So this is being broadcast through the entire building? I guess they aren't dealing with just me anymore. Show yourself. Don't hide like a coward. Not yet, Acheron. I need to keep a distance for now, in case there's any disobedience. You three are to do exactly as I say, and a deviation from the course will result in the detonation of every weapon here. And if you don't believe me, just try me. I don't think it's worth it. A gamble shouldn't decide your fate today, nor should the fate of anybody in this building. I'm scared. Inumi is shivering in fright. Look at Acheron. He must know what to do. Any situation can't be foreign to someone like him. You have our compliance. Please state your terms. We wish for no more death today. It pains me to say this, but your wish will go unfulfilled. You only have the ability to mitigate. Damages will still be caused. So I advise that you listen carefully. Very well. Acheron looks at me, showing signs of regret. Like he's failed to stop this from happening. I give him a look of confidence. We can take this head on. We won't let him win. I need to talk with Devyn. The situation pertains to him the most. I stand tall and strong. As soon as you arrived in Tokyo, you met two people, Rook and Kila. You spent the day getting to know them. That is, until things went to hell. I nod, unsure where this may be going. But filled with fright of all the previous possible scenarios, I've been watching you ever since then. On your little adventure through Akihabara, it made me sick, too joyful and campy. You learn about consequence, something you haven't yet faced, and yet something you must just come to understand. Especially if you wish to save anything, you never do without sacrifice. That is the first rule I will teach you. I don't understand. Is this some kind of test for me? They seem to know about my role in Terra. And there's a second rule you must learn. That will come soon, so don't worry. I'm going to present you with a choice. You must make the decision on your own. Acheron and Inumi cannot influence you. In fact, they must remain silent. If they speak, I'm sure you know the drill. I look at Acheron and then Inumi. Both give me a nod. I gulp audibly. I ask them to continue, to tell me what they want. It's not about what I want, it's about what you want. So please listen very carefully. Rook is currently in the conference room. Kila is currently in the boardroom. They both have bombs strapped to them, ready to detonate at a moment's notice. What? No, that can't be. I said to listen carefully. I'll let you save one of them, but the other will be left to die. They both expect you to save them. This is part of the second rule. You won't be able to save everybody. The road to salvation is paved with loss, and this is something you must understand. And so, who will it be? The talented dates a lackey, or the overzealous superfan? I'm sure they both have redeeming qualities, as well as a few faults of their own. However, will those faults condemn them? The choice lies with you. I look towards Acheron. He avoids my gaze, looking at the floor ashamedly. I look towards Inumi. He has his paws pressed up against his mouth. Are you stressed? That's cute. How could you be trusted with the fate of a world if you can't even handle this? I tremble in anger. My fists clench violently. I don't even think about saving both. If you split up, all the weapons go off. You need to travel as a group from now on. You will all go to the room of the person you wish to save. If anybody else tries to be a hero and save the other hostage, well, there will be no heroes here. Only 3 in the lobby may move, and it will be at Devyn's instruction. I don't know what to do. I stand there in silence for what seems like forever. Part of me hopes they're joking, but I know better. Okay, now I'm getting bored. Give me a name, and now. Remember, it's only one of them, or all of you. I take deep breaths. I close my eyes. They have us in a checkmate. I have to choose. How can I possibly expect to choose who dies? I tremble in the face of this impossible decision. And think very carefully about it before I say anything else, for they'd be the hardest words I'd ever speak. I like Kila better, so I'm going to save Kila. Good. I'm glad you're able to choose. Choices like this will find you often, especially with the role you play. Acheron and Inumi, you're free to talk. But you know the rules. I won't hesitate to kill you all. Let's get things moving, shall we? You'll find the boardroom down the hallway to your left, and a few doors to the right. Won't want to keep him waiting. I quickly exchange glances with Acheron and Inumi. We need to hurry. Stay calm, follow me. He starts bolting down the hallway. I look at Inumi. He has a face of utter terror. He shouldn't have to go through this. That's not fair. I place myself in front of him. I tell him that I'm going to keep him safe. After a brief pause, he nods. Both chase after Acheron with one goal in mind. Kila, don't worry. We're coming to save you. First thing we see is Acheron kicking in the door. Is it locked? How are we supposed to get in? It's locked from the other side. I don't think I could break it in. Kick it several more times. It doesn't budge. Oh, silly me. Forgot to mention the bomb has a timer. You have 5 minutes to disarm Kila's bomb. Grr. Wait here, I'm going to see Singe. He doesn't know how we can get through him. I turn away, but Inumi interjects. Acheron, stop. Did you pay attention to the rules? We have to stick together as a group, but you ran here by yourself. No one else is allowed to intervene, but you want to go see Singe? You're going to get us all killed. Of course. I apologize. I'm used to thinking on my feet. I'm not used to working with restrictions. You have to forgive me, Inumi. He quickly draws his pistol, having no other option. This must be the only way. Please, cover your ears. Both of you. We do as instructed. Inumi stares on in awe. Acheron assumes a firing stance and aims at the door. He doesn't fire right away. He adjusts his aim carefully and calmly, like he's trying to find that one perfect spot. He fires once, then kicks the door. Nothing happens. Fires again, then kicks the door. Nothing happens. Come on. Takes a deep breath before adjusting his aim again. Fires third time and kicks the door. It opens slightly and it beams with pride. My ears ring loudly even though they were covered. Devyn, come here quickly. Look at Inumi before following his order. When I get to him, he points to my feet. I need your help. Listen carefully. Heel first, the side of the lock. That's where the weakest part of the door. Kick it with me on the count of 3. You'll follow the instructions precisely. If you don't, you risk dislocation. I nod. We almost have it. Just a few times should do. This will hurt, but we can't let Kila die. He turns and faces the door. I do the same. He looks at me with confidence. 3, 2, 1. Bring my foot crashing into the door. Pain shoots up my leg, but the door opens more. I lose my balance and my shin is on fire with pain. We have it now. Just one more time. Push past the pain as soon as I ask someone more. 3, 2, 1. And the door comes crashing down. Inumi clasps at us both, and we all enter the room. Limping from the pain, I fight back for Kila. We sight Kila almost immediately. He's strapped to the chair. I notice a flashing red light in his lap. That must be the bomb. I quickly rush to inspect it. However, I lock gazes with him first. His eyes are red and wet. Was he crying? Thank you so much. I honestly don't know what to say to him. Look down to inspect the bomb. They were right about having 5 minutes. I let Acheron know the timer is counting down. Let me see. He comes and stands beside me, and Inumi waits near the doorway, leaving this in our hands. 4 minutes now. We can do this. Remain calm. Takes deep breaths as he examines the bomb. Wait. A 9-digit numerical keypad, as well as a button for the number 0. Too many combinations just to guess. This is impossible. We were set up. Tries to remove the bomb, but it starts beeping. He winces and frightened, quickly leaves it be. Hey, nobody said he could remove it. Try that one more time and go and blow this building sky high. Got it? Acheron gulps and nods. Besides, you do know the code. I'll give you a couple hints. It's a number that the 3 of you know. Surely you've heard it somewhere before. On top of it is 4 digits. That could be anything. I don't appreciate these games. It's not too different for Acheron. You're difficult at solving problems. This one is no different. How many attempts do we get before it detonates on its own? Just 3. And you get no more hints. Other than that, you heard the number today. Good luck. I'll be in touch if you win. They commence radio silence. 3 minutes left. What could it be? Think, Acheron, think. Try to think as well, but I draw blanks. I start to worry about the game is rigged too. Acheron, Inumi, and myself all know this number. It's 4 digits as well. What could it be? Or does that mean Acheron, Kila, and myself? There's variations to determine the 3 of us. It should have been more specific. It's almost like they were doing this on purpose. Trip my steps back to when I first met Acheron. If we heard it a day, we would have heard it as a group. We took the limo here together, got escorted inside, went upstairs and wasted time until the conference. We were all together then, that makes the most sense. Could have been something said during the briefing, but I don't recall any numbers mentioned during that time. Stop and think, replaying the conference in my head. 2 minutes remaining. Acheron quickly leaks forward and enters some numbers. They're incorrect. He growls and punches the floor. Damn it, I was almost certain. The guy's panting heavily and his eyes watering again. He looks terrified. I feel so sorry for him. He stares at me and his body is still a corpse. Perhaps he's terrified he may set the bomb off. Try. 2020. This Clace's birth year. We should all know it being here. That does make sense. We're all Pyre Clace's tour. And it's definitely implied that we should know about him. Look at Acheron, he nods, heading forward and look at the bomb, hesitating to type in the numbers 2020 on the keypad. But it's not correct. Damn it. 1 minute. Please do something. Timer describes to the double digits. Is this how it ends? Because we forgot? Acheron starts breathing heavily in a state of panic. Even if we give up, we couldn't flee now. We won't be able to make it out of here in time. 4 to 5 seconds. Revisit my time in Tokyo over and over again. Like my life is flashing before my eyes, but I still can't remember any numbers. We must be getting played. I don't believe it. They were cruel enough to give us help before death. They were probably never meant to disarm this bomb. This is the thought that breaks me. I start to cry. 30 seconds. Our fate becomes more lucid. Am I not meant to save Terra? Am I not meant to save even a single friend? No, it's like they're denying me everything. 20 seconds. I close my eyelids tightly. Perhaps I'm too cowardly to stare death in the face. But my foremost thought is simple. Please don't hurt. I hear Acheron, Inumi, and Kila speak. Saying would I only assume as their final words. However, I had nothing to say. I simply waited out. The realization that I never saved a single soul. Wait! I should have looked at Inumi. 8250. Enter it now. Not a single thought, I rise to action. I look at the keypad, locate the numbers. Best I can, I try 8250. The red light in the bomb becomes yellow. After a few moments, a peaceful green. Before we could joyce at our survival, our worst fate comes through, sounding from above. Oh, I forgot to mention one important thing. The voice on the loudspeaker starts laughing loudly, the warping effect on their voice sounding near demonic. The code to disarm the bomb? I actually set the other one off as well. I connected them using a subroutine. You just killed Rook, Devyn. My heart sinks to my stomach as I hear these words. Just part of your final lesson. To save, sometimes you need to kill. The path to salvation is stained with blood. Are they doing this to me? I could never kill somebody else, let alone Rook. I even stressed this fact to Devyn and Conrad. Whatever you're thinking now is irrelevant. They're already dead. By your hand. I did say that it would be your fault. Don't you remember my little texts? I suggest you rest with them now. See if any bits and pieces are left. Or perhaps if they miraculously survived. Look at Acheron, Inumi, and Kila. My heart is racing. This feeling of guilt is immense. Let's go. We have to try. Acheron quickly takes out a knife. He slashes the ropes, freeing the captive Kila. We must not rush him into anything. He'll return to his senses on his own. I nod, and we dash out of the room. We quickly head out of the conference room where Rook was. But Kila stays behind, letting the event settle in. It will be a long time before he was okay again. As soon as we get downstairs, we notice the rubble. The entrance to the conference room is fully collapsed. Smoke wafts out, we can smell the destruction. It was immediately apparent that Rook did not survive. Inumi bursts into tears and starts crying loudly. Acheron clenches his fist in anger. And only I can think I'm the one who did this. I wish that wasn't the case, but I can't deny it. I'm at a total loss for words. I don't know what to do. Is Acheron angry with me? Is Inumi crying because of what I did? Furthermore, how am I supposed to handle this? Rook was a good man. He was very helpful. In fact, he was paramount to this tour. Now he's dead, by my hand. There had to be a way to bring him back. With the power that I have. All these parallel universes, there's had to be a way to undo this. Rook, you have my word. Your death will not be in vain. It has sparked a little flame of revolution in me. I will save Terra. I will bring you back. And to those who oppose me will fall. Walk towards Inumi, his eyes still streaming tears. Looks at me, trying to tell me something. I know. But he's trying too much to get it out. I place my hand on his shoulder. I tell him to take deep breaths and guide him. A few moments later, he's sufficiently calm. I know who did this to us. What? How can he claim to know that? It was all in the numbers. The code you entered into the bomb. It was the answer to a math question. The same one the woman gave to me earlier. Acheron helped me solve it in the limo. You remember what happened? I do, actually. I can't believe I overlooked it. In my state of panic, I must have forgotten. woman who gave me that equation, she's the one who's doing all this. It makes sense. But it's a woman? I didn't really expect that. Connection is too clear to deny, however. I didn't know who she was at first. When we arrived here earlier today, I saw her on the television, on the news. Her name? It's Maxine Armstrong. What? I knew there was something off about her. So, Maxine Armstrong is the Midnight Killer? She killed Clace? She killed Rocker? And she was given powers by the man in the Ark? I don't know what to think. Can I trust no one? I try and piece this together in my mind. And the more I do, the more it makes sense. She planted the weapons here as part of her plan. But then the Sinjaware? And what about Acheron? She's definitely been following me since I got here. First at the train station, then at the hotel. Plus she has the codes to activate all the weapons. Plus there are a few burning questions still in my mind. Why was she given the powers from the man in the Ark? Was it all to teach me some sort of lesson? She kept telling me about these rules, things I'd experienced in my efforts to save Terra. But that couldn't be it. No one should have to die just to prove a point. There's something going on behind the scenes here. An explanation for all these murders. It couldn't just be just for my sake. That would make me partly responsible, for the death of Clace and Rocker too. No, there has to be some other factors at play. I'm satisfied now that the culprit is revealed. I quickly turn around. Acheron has to know this. But as I start walking towards him, the pain assaults me. Like an arrow to the chest, it stops me in my tracks. No, I need to tell Acheron, and Singe too. The fate of everybody here depends on it. Immediately, I fall against the nearby wall for support. I cry out in agony, but my pleas for help are unheard. Acheron and Inumi seem to be frozen in place. Recognize the sensation. The Ark. He lied to me. He gave powers to Maxine Armstrong, and he seems to know about my role in Terra as well. What else has he been lying about? What is he up to? It's hard to think clearly. My breath is short. I slide down the wall, collapsing to the floor. Why did he give me her powers? Why did he make her kill? What is my true role? Why did Rook have to die? I'm sick of being his pawn. I'm sick of the lies. This time I'll fight for the truth.